Chapter 14. Let's Rumble. And warning, due to the long as chapter, this may be split into two parts. It was a calm day in Ponyville. Every pony was walking around enjoying the hot sun. Me and Twilight were on our way to the cafe to meet up with the others. Wow, what a gorgeous day, Twilight said as we were still walking. Yeah, but there's something more gorgeous here, I said. Twilight turned her head to face me. What? I turned my head to her. You? I said with a smirk on my face. Twilight blushed slightly. Matt, you're such a flatterer, she said. She nudged up next to me. But smirk grew bigger. Yeah, the one thing you should know about me. I'm a sweet talker. We continued to walk to the cafe with us by each other's side. When we reached the cafe, we saw Rarity, Applejack, Flasheye, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie on a large table. We walked up to the table and joined them. Howdy, Twilight. Matt, glad you made it, Applejack said. On a day like this, wouldn't miss it, I said. Rarity stuck out a hoof. I took the liberty of ordering your drinks. They're all on me today. I looked down at the table to see 2 drinks for me and Twilight. I pulled them closer to us. Thanks, Rarity. What's the occasion? I said before I put the straw doused in the drink in my mouth. Rarity placed her hoof on his chest. Well, it turns out I have a secret admirer. He sent me a lovely bouquet of roses and a wonderful poem with it. Dreamy sigh. I've never read something so romantic in my life, she said in a dreamy tone. I then had a large smirk on my face. She liked it. I should tell Spike when we get back to the library, I thought. Rarity Fluttershy turned her head to Rarity with a smile on her face. Oh, how romantic. Rarity turned to Fluttershy. Oh, it was. I simply must find one who sent it. I wonder what kind of coat he is. Pegasus? Hi, Unicorn. I wouldn't count on it, I mumbled while laying my head on my hoof. Rarity turned her head to me. What was that, darling? I quickly sat up. Nothing. I then quickly put the straw back in my mouth. Suddenly, we saw a bunch of ponies run past the cafe. What's going on? Twilight asked. I don't know, but I'm gonna find out, Twilight and Bodash said before she got out of her chair and flew up to go where the other ponies were going. We looked at each other before we all got off our seats and followed her. We followed the ponies to the town hall where there was a large stage set up with every pony standing in front of it. We walked over and joined the crowd. After a few minutes, the mayor of Ponyville walked up to the middle of the stage. The mayor then walked up to the microphone and leaned her head towards it. Good morning, Ponyville. We have a very special guest here today to award the 7 young ponies who stopped the villainous Discord and saved the castle. We all then grew surprised with this. That's us! Pinkie Pie cheered as she jumped up and down the spot. The mayor then stuck her hoof out. And now, Felix and Genticles, present the one who gives us a son, Princess Celestia. With that, there was a white flashlight, and Princess Celestia appeared on stage and waved at the crowd. Once every pony saw the princess, they all cheered and repeatedly stomped their hooves on the ground. We also started stomping. The mayor moved aside from the microphone to allow Celestia to go in front of it. Once Celestia was in front of the microphone, she leaned her head towards it. Greetings, Ponyville. It's so nice to see you all again. And now to the awards. Twilight, Matthew, would you and your friends like to come up on stage? Celestia said. She looked at us. Me and the others then walked around the crowd until we came up to the stage. After we got up on stage, we all stood next to Celestia. Celestia then gave us a quick nod before she turned back to the microphone. I have come here today to thank my student, her co-friend, and her friends for staying up to Discord, saving the castle and rescuing me in the process. So that's why I am awarding them these special medals. When Celestia's home glowed, there was a flash of light before 7 gold medals appeared hovering in front of us. Each one had one of her key mark symbols on it. Celestia then levied 6 of the medals toward us before they placed themselves right next to Twilight's and others. I was wondering why Celestia didn't give me mine. Celestia looked at me. Matthew, would you mind coming here to receive your medal? I want to say something. With that, I walked up to Celestia. She then turned back to the microphone. For this medal, I would personally like to thank Twilight's co-friend Matthew. Because even though he first met Discord on the night he took over the castle, he didn't show any fear of Discord and kept going until he was defeated. And that's why I award him this medal for his strong bravery. The crowd then cheered and repeatedly stomped their hooves on the ground. I looked over to us with their smiling faces, but no point's smile was larger than Twilight's. I gave a large smile back before turning my head back to Celestia. Celestia then levitated the medal towards me, and I lowered my head slightly so she could put it on. Suddenly, there was a big flash of light behind Celestia. which caused her to turn around fast and drop the map before I shut my head to see what was happening. When the light cleared, Discord was standing on stage, a few away from Celestia. Discord! Me, my Celestia yelled. What are you doing here? Celestia admitted. I have a business to attend to. With Matthew, Discord said with a glare as he approached us. Celestia stepped in front of him and spread out her wings to block his way. You will not go near him, Twilight, or any of their friends, she said in a commanding voice. Discord glared harder. For what? This doesn't involve you. Now get out of my way. Celestia glared at Discord. Never. Discord didn't have a look of anger in his face. Have it your way. With that, he snapped his fingers. Celestia didn't let her hooves grow cold and looked down to see ice rise up her legs. She turned her head around to see her hind legs were already frozen and the ice moving across her body. The ice covered her entire body until it came to a stop at her neck, so her head was left unfrozen. Now, if you'll excuse me, Discord said as he walked around Celestia and towards me. As he walked close to me, I took a few steps back. What do you want, Discord? I asked with a glare. Discord glared down at me. It's not what I want. It's what he wants. I raised an eyebrow. Who's he? Pray you don't live long enough to find out. In fact, I'll make sure you don't, Discord says he began to hover in the air. I took a few more steps back. Excuse me? I said in a slightly worried tone. Discord just kept glaring down at me. I'm sorry, Matt, but I have to do this. With that, sparks of electricity began to form on the palm of his hands. My eyes slowly grew wide at the sight. Discord then stuck out his talon hand and shot a bolt of electricity at me. I quickly jumped out the way and the bolt hit the stage, leaving a burnt mark on the wood. Discord growled before he shot more bolts at me, but I kept dodging them, which made more burnt marks. Once he stopped, I finally had a chance to speak. Are you crazy? I yelled at him. He raised an eyebrow. I didn't like to tell him that they also had an eyebrow raised. I turned back to Discord and had a hoof up. Okay, poor question. But what are you doing? I'm sorry, but I have no choice. You must die, Discord said before he flew down at me. As he caught me off guard, he grabbed me as he continued to fly forward while holding me out in front of him. He flapped his wings harder as we came out to a house and slammed into the wall. There's light. I collapsed to the ground and tried to get up, but Discord walked up to my side and used his dragon leg to kick me in the side, which caused me to flip over on my back coughing. Discord then walked up to my head and lifted his steer leg over it. As he forced it down, I quickly rolled out the way, forcing Discord to miss my head and stomp on the ground. I quickly got up and glared at Discord. He glared back before he started slowly walking in a circle, never taking our eyes off each other. Rainbow Dash then flew up next to me while glaring at Discord. Don't worry, Matt. I'll have you take down this creep. I turned my head to face her. No, Rainbow Dash. Help Celestia out that mess. I'll take care of Discord. After I stepped forward. No can do, Shuka Cube. I already did. You're not doing things like this alone. As the others came closer, I saw determination in her eyes and I nodded. Okay, but Applejack, you and Rainbow Dash have to get the princess out of the ice and we will take care of Discord. Applejack and Rainbow Dash nodded and headed back to the stage to help Celestia. I turned back to space. Discord's glare had grown harder. Twilight and Pink Pie stood on my right side, while Rarity and Fluttershy stood on my left, while we all glared at Discord. I have no time for you, Discord growled before he raised his glowing lion hand. Suddenly, Twilight and the others started glowing, and they levitated up into the air. Discord pushed his hand forward, and Twilight and the others were sent flying backwards, crashing to the ground. My eyes went wide before I galloped over to Twilight. When I reached her, I helped her back up. Are you okay? I asked in a concerned tone. Yeah, I'm fine, Twilight answered as she rubbed her head. I swung my head back towards Discord while gritting my teeth. Alright, Discord, you avoid me? Come and give me your freaking nature. With that, Discord growled as he flew into the air and shot towards me with his body moving like a snake. I then charged towards him. As we got close to each other, I flew up high in the air and Discord shot under me. He turned I pointed my hoof to tell him to turn around, which he did, and young Terrace crashed to a fruit stand. After a few seconds, he got up out of the wreckage and wiped the splattered fruit off his face before he snapped his fingers and disappeared in a flash of light. I quickly looked left and right to try and find him, but he was nowhere in sight. It was all silent, and my tension was building every minute. Suddenly, I heard a flash behind me, and I turned around fast to see Discord throwing a punch down at me. I quickly dodged the punch, grabbed his arm and pulled him down. As he was coming down, I pushed my free hoof up to his head and punched him in the jaw, causing him to stumble back a bit. As he held his jaw, I turned my body around and used my hind legs to buck him in the stomach. As he bent over stunned with the pain look on his face, I climbed up on top of his head and held onto his antlers. He then leaned straight up. "Get off of me!" he growled as he swung his head around like a mad bull. Discord then backed up to a house and threw his head back, causing me to hit the wall behind me and lose my grip on his antlers. He spun around to face me before he grabbed me by the throat with his sliding hand and held me up against the wall. I was gasping for air, holding onto his arm to try and make him let go, but he was too strong. As he chuckled evilly, I kicked my right hind leg up and I whacked him in the jaw, forcing him to lose his grip on my neck, and I fell to the floor. Before Disco could recover, I flew a few inches in the air and shot myself forward with great strength, so I was pushing Discord through the air as I flew. I continued to fly while pushing Discord until we came to the stage, and we crashed on the side of the stage, breaking sound the wood. As Disco was grunting as he tried to get back up, I quickly grabbed the end of his tail and flew up in the air, pulling Discord up with me. It took a large amount of strength, but I managed to get Discord high up in the air and started spinning him around in circles above me. I then finally let go of his tail, sending him flying towards the town hall, crashing through the roof. Every pony who had been watching started cheering for me as I landed back on stage. As I stood on stage, I saw the Applejack and Wormdash were still trying to break Celestia out of the ice. Twilight and the others then got up on stage and towards me. "Matt, are you alright?" Twilight asked with a concerned voice as she examined my body. I gave her a small smile. "I bruised her too, but I'll live. That is, unless Discord comes back out." We then looked towards the town hall's main doors. I then started walking towards them. "Matthew, what are you doing?" Roddy asked. I turned my head to face her. "I'm going to end this before some pony gets hurt." Applejack turned away from the person to me. "Matt, you don't have to do that. You already bait him. It's over." I turned my head back to the doors. "If I can knock him unconscious, it'll buy you guys some time to get them to turn back to stone. So I'm going in." They continued to walk towards the doors. "Be careful, Matt," Twilight said in a worried tone. As I reached the doors, I took a deep breath before I placed my hood on the doors. "Discord!" I yelled as I pushed the doors, which caused them to swing open. I got no response as the main hall was dark and silent. I then slowly walked further inside, looking left and right for Discord. "Discord, I know you're here. Come on out," I yelled. Suddenly, the main doors behind me slammed shut, which caused me to flinch. Well, Matthew, you have a lot more fight in you than I anticipated," Discord's voice echoed throughout the hall. I glared. "Come on, I'll show you a lot more." I continued to walk further down the hall. There was a moment of silence before I decided to break it. "Why are you doing this, Discord?" "I never thought you'd be the type that kills," I said. "You think I want to do this? You think this was my decision? I'm the victim here. You're the one who's caused all the trouble." Discord's voice echoed through the hall. "I haven't done anything to any pony," I yelled in anger. "Oh, but you have, Matthew. You and your friends interfered with matters that were yours, and now I'm forced to end it," Discord's voice echoed. I kept looking around for him. "If you don't want to do this, then why don't you, I don't know, stop," I yelled. "Because I have no choice. It's a matter of life and death," Discord's voice yelled. I was never in confusion. "Life and death? What the hell do you mean by that?" "Enough questions. Let's finish this," Discord's voice said darkly. Suddenly there was a flash of light behind me. I spun fast just to have Discord grab me by the mane, set me up in the air, and as I came down, he punched me, which sent me flying across the hall and crashing to the floor. After a few seconds, I picked myself up the ground and charged towards Discord. As I did, electricity formed around his palms again, and he shot bolts at me again. I dodged all the bolts of electricity shot at me as I continued to charge at him, until I finally reached him and headbutted him in the stomach, which caused him to fly backwards and crash to the floor. Discord then got off the ground and shot towards me. Meanwhile, as me and Discord were fighting, a small black cloud of smoke seeped through the air. We didn't notice it come in. The cloud then formed the shape of a small icon with weird glowing eyes. It watched us fight for a minute before turning its head towards the curtains attached to a nearby window. The smoke alicorn's horn glowed, and a spark flashed on the curtains, caused them to catch fire. The smoke alicorn chuckled slightly before disappearing in the wind. The flames began to spread out the curtains and on the wall. Meanwhile, I grabbed Discord by the waist and flew up the ceiling with great speed and whammed him into the ceiling. I then threw him to the ground and dived down after him and whammed myself into him, causing us to crash to the floor. Discord first. I got off Discord and looked down at him to see he was unconscious. After I turned around to head back to the doors, Disco's eyes shut open before he got off the ground and passed me to the ground while rubbing his hands around my neck. Disco snarled down at me as his grip on my neck got tighter. It was starting to get hard to breathe through his grip, but something caught his eye which made him loosen his grip. I saw the look of fear on his face, and I turned my head to where he was looking to see the entire left wall burning in a roaring fire. My eyes went wide at the sight of this. With Disco's grip getting closer, I placed my hind legs on his chest and pushed him off of me. I then galloped towards the door. Disco glared at us, galloping away from me and snapped his fingers. Part of the fire then moved like a snake and made a line of fire in my path. The flames then grew high, so they were blocking my path as I quickly came to a stop. I turned around to face Discord. This ends here, he said as he slowly pushed me. I got in a fine position. Bring it, I growled. We gave each other sharp glares before I charged towards him. As I got close to him, he spun around and whacked me to his side with his tail, and I fell to the ground. I leaned up to see Discord approaching me. I then felt something hot on my hoof and looked down and see glowing hot embers. Apparently they can't burn me through my hoof. And a cruel idea came to mind. As Discord got closer, I scooped out some of the embers to do them in Discord's face. The embers hit him in the face and some of them hit him in the eyes. Discord yelled in pain while covering his eyes with his hands. I took this opportunity to strike. I flew up in front of his face and started punching him in the face, forcing him to remove his hands from his face. I then swung my hoof out as fast as I could and I hit him in the jaw, sending him flying up onto the balcony. At this point, the fire had spread all over the main hall and the air was full of smoke. I tried to make my way to the doors, but I was choking on the smoke-filled air and fell to the floor coughing. Meanwhile, outside the main hall, the opponents were trying to put out the fire with buckets of water, but it was no use. Twilight and her friends were all watching horror as the main hall burned. Celestius was still trapped in the ice and was squirming her head around trying to break out. Twilight had her mouth covered with one of those with a worried look on her face. She even had tears flowing up in her eyes. Bertie came up beside her and placed a hoof on Twilight's shoulder as they continued to watch the fire. Back inside the main hall in the room with the balcony, Disco groaned as he rubbed his head while he got off the ground. He opened his eyes to see the room was also on fire. Before he could do anything to get out, two bolts of fire burst out the floor in front of him. One was black and the other was dark purple. When the flames faded, two of the silver eloquents were standing in their place. What are you doing here? Disco asked nervously. One of the eloquents glared. Our brother has grown impatient with you, Discord. Your time is up, a man's voice said. Disco then gave him a frustrated look. I wasn't on a timer. Oh, did we forget to tell you? You had 24 hours to kill Matthew, a female voice said evilly. Then I have the rest of the day to do it, Disco said in a frustrated tone. We also forgot to mention that the timer started the minute you left our third room, the man eloquent said before he chuckled darkly. Disco's face turned to anger. That's not fair. You would know what's not fair, wouldn't you? Give me a reputation as a trickster after all. Now, say goodbye to your name, the man eloquent said before both their hearts started glowing. Disco's eyes widened hard as he glowed wide and near the ground in pain. Once the glow faded, Disco was panting heavily. You know, Discord, it's not a total loss. In fact, our brother saw your efforts and decided to not take away the second thing he said he would take. And said he wanted us to kill you, the female eloquent yelled before her arm glowed. A large, long, thick plank of burnt wood on the ceiling then glowed and broke out the ceiling. The eloquent then levitated the plank above Discord. The eloquent's horn then stopped glowing, as did the glowing on the debris and fell. Discord had a look of horror as it fell on top of him. The female eloquent then walked up to Discord's unconscious body and looked down at him. Let's finish him. No, I have a better idea. Let's leave him here to die, the male eloquent said. I like the way you think, brother, the female eloquent said before the bolt disappeared into two bolts of black and dark purple flames. A few seconds later, Discord began to come to. Once he was fully awake, he tried to pull himself out from under the plank of wood, but he was stuck. Meanwhile, I got up off the floor and weakly looked over the floor. I started to gallop towards it. Help! I'm stuck! Discord's voice yelled from the high room. I skidded to a halt and looked up at the balcony. Discord still up there? Why hasn't he got out yet? I thought I said, looked back to the door. I then looked back up to the balcony. I'm gonna kick myself for this later, I thought before I took off in the air and flew up to the balcony. Once I reached the balcony, I flew into the room and started looking around for Discord. Discord, where are you? I yelled through the crack of fire. Matthew! Over here! Discord's voice said from across the room. I looked in the direction his voice came from and saw him under the plank of wood. I then landed in front of him and he looked up at me. Am I glad to see you? I thought you already left. Disco said with a small smile. I glared down at him. Can't really say them feelings mutual, I said. Discord then frowned and let a big sigh. Alright, Discord, you have to help me lift this off of you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. With that, we both pushed up at the plank wood, but it wouldn't move. Discord then stopped pushing and looked up at me. Matthew, get yourself out. Leave me here. I started pushing and looked down at him with a confused look. What? You've been trying to kill me all day, and now you want me to save myself and leave you to die? Why? Because I no longer need to kill you, and I'm used to the store now. I've lost my name. I said with his ears down. I raised an eyebrow. What do you mean you lost your name? I'm no longer the spirit. This guy was interrupted by something crashing the roof. I looked up and I was surprised to see Ramdash flying towards us. Ramdash, down here! I yelled while waving a hoof. She saw me and flew down to me. She didn't land next to me. Rainbow, help me lift this thing, I said as I got the plank again. Rainbow Dash nodded and grabbed the other side before he started pushing up. With mine, Rainbow Dash and Disco's strength combined, we were able to lift the plank off of Disco and toss it aside. Disco then tried to get back up, but he just collapsed back on the floor. The building started to make creaky noises as the fires grew bigger. Come on, we have to get out of here, Rainbow Dash yelled. I nodded and placed Disco's lion armor over me. Rainbow, help me fly him out, I said. Rainbow Dash nodded and placed Disco's talon arm over her before we flapped our wings as hard as we could and lifted off towards the hole in the roof that Rainbow Dash made. Once we got out the building, burning town hall walking on Discord, the town hall collapsed to the ground, causing many points of screaming terror. We then head back down to the stage where Twilight and the others were waiting for us. Matt! Twilight cheered as she galloped towards me with a big smile on her face. Once she reached me, she wrapped her hooves around my neck and started repeatedly kissing my cheek, ignoring the fact that I was covered in soot. She then took her hooves off my neck and took a step back so she could see my face better. She didn't have a worried look on her face. Are you hurt? Any broken bones? Are you burnt anywhere? I laughed most chuckles. I'm fine, Twilight. Trust me, it would take a lot more than that to kill me. We then smiled warmly at each other before we locked each other in a warm hug. After we broke the hug, I turned my head to face Rainbow Dash. Thanks, Rainbow Dash. I owe you one. She then walked up to me. Matt, you had to be either the craziest one in Equestria or the bravest, Rainbow Dash said with a smile before she gave me a playful nudge on the shoulder with her hoof. We then heard groaning behind us and we turned around to see Discord picking himself up off the ground while coughing. He looked up to see us looking down at him with serious faces. Discord then gave me a confused yet surprised look. You saved me. Why? I'm not the kind who leaves ponies to die, I said. Discord then got up from the ground. Well, I guess I should say thank you, huh? I think he was a slight glare. Just because I saved you doesn't mean I like you, Discord. He then frowned slightly. Twilight then stepped forward. Free the princess now, Discord, she snapped. Discord put his hands up. Okay, keep your horn on. With that, he snapped his fingers, and the eyes of Celestia started cracking into all feather pieces, freeing Celestia. Twilight then glanced at Celestia. Princess, are you okay? Celestia smiled down at her. Yes, I'm fine. Celestia then turned and changed to Discord. And now to deal with you, she said with a glance she approached him. Discord then fell to his knees. Okay, let's all calm down for a minute. I have a very good reason why I did this today. I thumbed the hook down. Not interested. Celestia then stepped forward. Wait, I want to hear what he has to say. Me and Twilight then looked up at her with a confused look on our faces. What? We both said at the same time. Celestia didn't take her eyes off Discord. Very well, Discord. Tell us why you attacked Matthew. Discord didn't have a pleased look on his face. Well, the truth is, I was being blackmailed by this Alicorn. He said if I didn't kill Matthew, he'd take away half my magic and my name. So I had no choice. But I was tricked and now half my magic's gone. I'm not the spirit of chaos this home anymore. I'm just the spirit of nothing now. Discord said in an upset tone while looking down on the floor. I can't tell what's it. He's gonna take away what? Not yet, Discord thought. Oh, come on, I thought angrily. Celestia raised an eyebrow. How do I know you're telling the truth? Discord got up off his knees and walked close to Celestia. Because my name was the only thing that made me want to cause endless chaos. Without it, I don't feel the desire to do it. That's why I decided to change and help you take down this Alec for betraying me. You've gotta be joking, I said aloud in an unconscious tone. Discord stroked his beard with a thinking look on his face before he looked back to Celestia. I'll prove it. He then looked around till he looked at Destroy Town Hall. He had a smirk on his face as he snapped his fingers. Suddenly there was a big flash of light which faced us to cover our eyes. When the light faded, we opened our eyes only to be shocked to see the town hall was fully repaired. Discord then turned his attention back to Celestia. Now, is that something the old Discord would do? Look, Celestia, I know I've done bad in the past, and I understand why y'all hate me for it. But I beg of you, just give me one chance on your forgiveness. There was a moment of silence before Pink Pie burst out into tears. Celestia didn't went a deep dive. She placed left to right until she came to a stop and turned her head back to Discord. Alright, Discord, you get one chance, but if you show any signs that you're still yourself, you have to deal with me. Yes! Discord yells. He bent his talent arm down and then stepped forward. Princess, you can't be serious. This is Discord we're talking about. You know, the one who tried to overthrow you, the one who caused endless chaos, and let's not forget the one who tried to kill me today. How do I know he's safe to be around? I said in a frustrated tone. Celestia tapped her chin before giving Discord a serious look. Alright, I'll come up with a decision. Discord, I can't say I trust you just yet, and seeing as how you owe your life to Matthew anyway, you'll be staying with him at Twilight until I am fully convinced. She said. She turned around to walk away. What? Me and Discord said at the same time. Then walked back up to Celestia as she continued to walk away. Princess, you can't really expect us to let Discord live with us, do you? Celestia turned her head to face me as we walked. Don't worry, Matthew. If he does anything, just let me know and I'll handle him. With that, her hand glowed and she turned inside the light. I moaned before this girl came up beside me. I guess this means we're going to spend a lot of time. We're going to spend a lot of time together, he said with a smile. I cried as I glared at him. That night, at the library. Twilight walked to the front door with me behind her, with an annoyed look on my face, with Discord walking behind me. After I walked to the door, my eyes shifted to the right as I grinned deceptively before I kicked the door shut and Discord slept with one of my hind legs. I just sniggered before Discord reopened the door and walked through while rubbing his necks. I thought that was the wind, he said with a small glare. The library was quiet, which means Spike, Jeff, and Pee Wee were asleep. Good thing too. I didn't want them going to sleep knowing Discord was here. Discord then looked all around the room. So, where do I sleep? Twilight tapped her chin before looking up to Discord. Oh, that's guessing where Matthew sleep. Make it. Oh, no way. He's not seeming obsessed while we're there, I said in a assertive tone. Discord then crossed his arms. Fine, I'll just make my own bed. Discord then snapped his fingers and a cloud appeared hovering in the middle of the room. Discord then flew up to it. I laid back on it, snapped his fingers again before an eye mask appeared over his eye and put his hands behind his head before drifting off to sleep. We and Twilight looked at each other before she turned to go upstairs. I shook my hand after her. Once upstairs, I lay down in the bed and rolled myself on my side so I was facing out the bed. Twilight then laid down next to me and looked up to the ceiling. Well, this is surely a weird turn of events, she said, still looking up at the ceiling. I huffed and Twilight turned to head of me. Matt, what's wrong? Why are you so frustrated about this? She asked. I let out a sigh and rolled myself to the other side so I was facing her. I'm sorry, Twilight. I just can't stop thinking Discord's up to something. I don't trust him, I said calmly. I know how you feel, Matt. But if the princess gave me a chance, then so am I. Will you please do the same? For me, she hesitated while placing her hoof on my shoulder. I thought about it for a second and made my decision. Okay, I'll try and get along with him. But if he does anything bad, I'm reporting him to the princess. If not, I'll accept that he's changed, I said as calmly as I could. Twilight gave me a warm smile. Thanks, Matt, she said sweetly before leaning her head towards me and giving me a kiss on the cheek before rolling to her side so she's facing away from me. Then rolled to my back and looked up at the ceiling before closing my eyes and going to sleep, trying not to worry about Discord. Meanwhile, far away dark mountains. The two silhouettes echoed into the throne room and kneeled before the Alicorn on the throne. Brother, the deed is done. Discord is dead, the female Alicorn said. The Alicorn on the throne glared down at them. Oh, really? His dark male voice said before his horn glowed, and the two Alicorns were lifted out of the ground and thrown to the ground next to the large green pool. The Alicorns then picked themselves up off the ground and looked into the pool to see Discord asleep in the library. If Discord is dead, then why is he staying in the same home as Matthew, who is also still alive? The Alicorn on the throne said darkly. The two Alicorns turned to face the Alicorn on the throne with fears in their eyes. Please forgive us, brother. We will not fail you again. We will go there right now and destroy Discord and Matthew, the male Alicorn said. The Alicorn on the throne stomped his hoof down. No, you will do nothing until I say so. Now leave me, the Alicorn's dark voice growled. The two Alicorns lowered their heads. Yes, brother, they both said as they backed out of the room, leaving the Alicorn alone. The Alicorn then walked to the pool and looked into it. Discord has joined them, This was unexpected. I'll have to come up with something more drastic. And I think I know what that is. The Alicorn's dark voice as he glared into the pool.